Hi, and welcome. This is a war bond idea I had that I just didn't end up finishing simply because of lack of motivation and a lot of procrastination. I had a lot of ideas for this, and I got some of them, so I thought might as well put out the little I have instead of just completely forgetting about this idea. The image you see right now basically embodies the idea I had for this war bond. It basically being a stealth war bond. The idea is that this faction is very secretive, fast, precise, and silent. They take on covert missions that are much like the illegal broadcast missions in Helldivers, except ones that pertain to higher secrets. Ostensibly, you call these guys when you need something done that's very illegal or you don't want any Helldiver knowing about. This faction is very silent, nimble, and fast, which will be reflected in their armor and weaponry. This is the only outfit I actually ended up finishing for this warbond. It's much more of a stealth suit rather than a traditional Helldiver's outfit, where the only thing that he has armored is his front plate carrier and his helmet. My inspirations are obviously on the right, and the armor passive is on the left. And just as a quick little thing, here he is without his goggles on. This is the second armor that I made. I wanted to make medium armor because I simply didn't want to just make all of it just light armor. So I decided to give myself a bit of a challenge here by making armor that looks heavy-ish, but not too heavy. Light, but not too light. As you can clearly see, I didn't finish off the legs because at that point I had basically run out of motivation and couldn't really think of how to finish off his design. However, I do really like what I got so far. I feel like with a couple of tweaks and changes, I could make this armor even better, but at this point, I really just don't know how to finish him off. Or really have any motivation left to actually finish this guy or make the third armor that I planned on making. And finally, the weapon concepts I had and the idea of a stealth pack. The concept for the battle rifle that I had was a single shot battle rifle that had medium armor but very low ammunition, seeing as how these guys would be very cold and precise when they're taking out their targets. Directly underneath the battle rifle, you'll see a pistol and an SMG. I didn't intend for the pistol to look like a Glock suppressed, but I ended up liking it more anyways, so I decided to make the silhouette more similar. As for the SMG, it's based on that one SMG that I cannot remember right now. I'll put an image up right now. But that's the inspiration for the SMG. And finally, the stealth pack. This was the first idea I had for the war bond, and just further continued the idea from there. The idea is that it's basically the shield generator pack, but instead of protecting you from incoming fire, it would cloak you, much like the Predator from the movie Predator. The in-universe explanation as to why this backpack exists is my headcanon being that super scientists were studying the stalker bugs and were able to mimic their camouflage in a very limited way. So basically, this thing is a prototype, and because of that, it only has a 1 to 2 minute timer. After that, it has to recharge.